Guys, what's going on? James here, and in today's video we're talking about should the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sign Le'Veon Bell in this upcoming free agency. Let's get right into it. So Le'Veon Bell is a really good running back, okay? Before this past season, he was a top 5 running back in this league. Easily. He was the do-it-all weapon for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not only was he effective in running the ball, he was effective in receiving the ball, and he was darn good at both things. When he was on the field, he made the Pittsburgh Steelers offense one of the best, if not the best, and one of the most versatile, okay? Le'Veon Bell is an insanely good running back. There's no question about that. And as a matter of fact, I would give him the edge over a guy like Kareem Hunt, at least in terms of character issues and all things considered. Now, I'm definitely going to be getting into a topic later on down the line, so don't comment anything yet. But I will say that Le'Veon Bell, he doesn't have as bad of off-field issues as Kareem Hunt has right now, because Kareem Hunt, he's dealing with a lot of things such as suspension and violation of league rules and obviously legal problems that can result in legal action or non-legal action and stuff like that. Le'Veon Bell, as far as I know, doesn't really have anything like that. Now, he does have his fair share of problems, and again, we'll talk about that, but hey, he doesn't have any legal issues. So in context of that, I do give Le'Veon Bell the edge over Kareem Hunt in regards to that. In terms of overall ability between the two, because those are by far the top 2 running backs that are available in this upcoming free agent class, again, it's really tough to compare the two, but again, I would have to give the edge over Le'Veon Bell. This guy, it's really understated how good he is, okay? He knows how good he is, don't get that twisted, but really, you know, I think a lot of people kind of forgot how good Le'Veon Bell was this past season. Now, I know he didn't play, but he's really freaking good. I can fully expect him getting a gigantic contract this upcoming season. Will that team be the Bucs? It's hard to say. There's a lot of people out there in the general NFL media landscape and whatnot that expect the Buccaneers to pursue a running back like Le'Veon Bell. He's been on, you know, the Buccaneers have been on all the lists of teams expected to go after Le'Veon Bell and all that. And it does make sense, right? Because one of the first things that Bruce Arians said in his introductory press conference was that he wanted to give Jameis Winston a good run game, because once you get a good run game, that'll open up the play action, and Jameis Winston's really good at play action, okay? That he's had his best seasons and best plays and whatnot underneath the play action formula, so to speak. So I think that having a strong run game could help out Jameis Winston a ton. I completely agree with that statement. I think Le'Veon Bell is one of the top, if not the top option in terms of options at running back, okay? If the Buccaneers were to get Le'Veon Bell, this offense would be disgusting, okay? It would be absolutely filthy, okay? Jameis Winston, Le'Veon Bell, Mike Evans. I'm going to assume that Deshaun Jackson won't come back in this scenario, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Chris Godwin, Adam Humphries, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. Come on, you know, and I've seen people say, well, you know, Le'Veon Bell wouldn't be good on the Buccaneers if there's no offensive line to block. You know, I do understand that to a certain degree, but Le'Veon Bell is an elite top tier, okay? He's top of the top tier, okay? He's a very elite running back. He can make his own yards if he has to. He's very elusive. He's very strong. He fights for the extra yards. He's just a top running back, you know? That way, you're going to expect good things regardless of the offensive line. I know it will play a lot into it, but there's still some good pieces on there. Ryan Jensen, Ali Marpet, and DeMar Dotson, if he ends up staying, those are 3 guys that can definitely help out a lot in the run game. All you'd have to do is figure out your situation at left tackle and figure out your situation at right guard, and then things are pretty darn good for Le'Veon Bell, okay? I know the blocking wasn't so good for Peyton Barber and Ronald Jones and Jaquiz Rodgers. It was a weird year at running back. Things weren't very good for them this past year, but I feel Le'Veon Bell could make things work a little bit better simply because of the pure natural talent he has and his level of eliteness in this league. The problem that comes with Le'Veon Bell, and I told you guys we would get to this point, is how much money he's asking for. Now, like I said, Le'Veon Bell doesn't have any off-field legal issues, but dear Lord does he have some baggage, okay? Le'Veon Bell felt that he was not earning enough. I believe he had the franchise tag this past season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me down in the comment section below. But one thing I do know for sure is that Le'Veon Bell was not paid the money that he thought that he deserved. So what did he end up doing? He sat out the entire last season, okay? This past season, Le'Veon Bell did not play a single down, which was Very surprising. I thought that he was going to play at some point in that season. Did not happen. He skipped all the deadlines and he was like, nope, I'm not coming back. Caused a lot of bad blood in the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room. It's pretty much turned into a circus over there. And Le'Veon Bell, you could really say, was the start of it, because once Le'Veon Bell started wanting some certain things from the team, so did guys like Antonio Brown, some guys in the offensive line, and even Ben Roethlisberger had a little bit of drama as well. So you can say that Le'Veon Bell spearheaded a lot of the drama that team is still dealing with right now. Now, you can also argue that Mike Tomlin didn't do a good job of dealing with all of that, and by all means, he did not really do a good job of dealing with all of that. I mean, he did ignore it, which is good and bad in its own separate types of ways, but there is something to be said in terms of Le'Veon Bell, you know, being so public and being so upright with his frustrations and his mindset. You know what I mean? We could see, I don't know if Bucs fans really want that type of dramatic player or dramatic situations to be happening in Tampa Bay, because we already have enough problems going on with the media and everything going on with Jameis Winston and how the media has been portraying Jameis Winston. I personally would not want to see a similar situation happen with Le'Veon Bell. Because the last thing that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need right now is this media frenzy talking about not just Jameis Winston and his problems, but Le'Veon Bell and his problems that he created for himself this past season by not playing a single down. How much money did Le'Veon Bell want from the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, he wanted somewhere around, I believe, $20 million. Again, if I'm wrong with that number, correct me down in the comment section below, but I'm going to roll with $20 million for the purposes of this video. That's quarterback money. Le'Veon Bell wants quarterback money. He wants $20 million a year. Is he going to get that money? I don't think so, me personally. I think he's going to get somewhere close to that, maybe $15 million at least. I think he's going to get $15 million or up. And the Buccaneers, like I've said in multiple videos, they're insanely strapped for cash. They already have to pay Jameis Winston $21 million. Why would they pay a running back $20 million? And that's the biggest problem here, okay, is how much Le'Veon Bell is asking for. If he asked for, say, $8 million or $9 million, I could see that being a much more possible situation. But Jesus, $20 million. I don't even know where you come up with that kind of number, because that's just insanity to me, but it's a number I don't even see the Buccaneers coming close to offering Le'Veon Bell if they were to offer him a contract. I could totally see a team like the New York Jets or the Indianapolis Colts or the Cleveland Browns. I could totally see teams like them offering a contract like that to Le'Veon Bell, but not the Bucs. They don't have the cap space. You couldn't even really work out the cap space by releasing enough players. It would just take way too much time. You'd have to release 4 or 5 players just to get the money to get Le'Veon Bell. In my opinion, it's not worth it. All things considered, you know, Le'Veon Bell, he's one of the best running backs in the league, and that's awesome, but you can't be paying 2 players on your team over $20 million. That's insanity to me. That's too much money, and I really don't think that the Buccaneers are going to offer Le'Veon Bell anything like that. So in conclusion, guys, I really don't think that the Buccaneers are going to pursue Le'Veon Bell. Yes, like I said, he's one of the best running backs in the league. That's by far, you know, a fact, okay? But another fact is that this guy's asking for $20 million, and the Buccaneers simply don't have that kind of money. I fully expect them to go for another guy like Kareem Hunt. I think that is a very high possibility of him joining this team, especially how Bruce Arians is and giving people second chances. And we could see a similar situation with Le'Veon Bell. A lot of people have probably soured on him and have said, well, he's not a team player, da-da-da-da-da. Again, that falls into another point of, well, Bruce Arians likes to give people second chances. But, geez, $20 million a year, man. That's, ooh, I don't know about that one. Maybe a team like the Jets who have a quarterback on a rookie contract, or the Colts who just, they've been drafting so well lately, and they have all this money that they can throw at a guy like Le'Veon Bell. Those teams, I expect to give Le'Veon Bell that much money. But for the Bucs, I just don't see it happening. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this down in the comment section below. What do you think about the Le'Veon Bell situation? Do you think that the Buccaneers are going to sign Le'Veon Bell, or do you think that it's way too much money? I guarantee you that I think like 75% of you are going to say it's too much money, and I would have to be inclined to agree with you. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. In the next video, I'm probably going to be addressing what the Buccaneers should do to fix their right guard position. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.